Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, we got a Just Thought Lounge for us today. Botched police response leads to shocking conclusion. Strange case of Bridget Knighton. I forgot. It's a certain way you have to say that. But hey, with that being said, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box
down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
A little delayed, ain't you? Hey, let's get it. Let's check this out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Early on a spring morning in 2021, police in Miami Gardens were dispatched to an apartment complex. They were responding to a report that a restraining order had been violated. Officers were not prepared for what they would find.
When I was putting the code in, that's when I heard, I think 6 shots. Bah.
I didn't hear no shots.
What followed was a confused response, a messy investigation, and error-riddled prosecution, which made the outcome of this case far from certain. Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's story is unique. If you think you know how this one will play out, you're likely to be wrong. It is either the story of a system that has failed repeatedly and in unpredictable ways, or you may believe that this is an example of how, no matter the confusion, things can come out how they should in the end. Let's take a look. On Friday, May 21st, 2021, at 4 a.m., officers Montpremier and Bernard were dispatched to Douglas Point Apartments in Miami Gardens. They were told that a caller had contacted emergency services in relation to the violation of a restraining order. The officers used a code to access the gated buildings and began a canvass to locate Unit 112. As they did so, however, Montpremier was certain that he heard the sound of 5 to 6 gunshots. The sound was muffled, and it was impossible to determine the direction they came. Officer Bernard was not certain that he heard anything at all.
Huh? Oh, yeah. 4.
The officers knocked on Unit 112 without success. They radioed dispatch to conduct a callback and request that the original caller come to the door. The callback went unanswered.
Have him make contact with the caller.
Feel like I'm taking this. Well, not they, the one.
Hey, come here. What does it look like to you? I said, what does it look like to you? No, look at that.
Bobblehead?
No, look at that. You person on the ground?
Through the window, officers could see a woman. She was face down on the ground, motionless, bleeding from both legs.
Is she drunk? You drunk?
She's on the ground.
For real?
She's bleeding. She's on the ground. She's bleeding.
Knock on the door, see if she can get to the door.
As the officers banged on the door and called in for assistance, another figure became visible through the window. A man pacing within the room.
Boss man, open the door, boss man.
You got first.
Let me see your hand, boss man.
Bill, if I seen a black man moving inside, gave him instructions to come out. He's not coming out.
Boss man, open up, boss man. Don't make it worse than what it is. Come out with your hands up.
From the apartment emerged 55-year-old Gail Blunt. The Iraq War veteran stood at 6'3" and weighed just under 300 pounds. Having recently undergone surgery on his left knee, however, the vet was not the physical threat that he initially appeared.
Don't fucking move!
Ain't nobody moving.
You got him?
Ain't nobody moving.
Put your hand behind your back.
That's good fight, officer.
Right now, it don't matter.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Hurting me. You're trying to hurt me. I know what you're trying to do. You're hurting me.
Bro, put your hand like you praying. Put your hand like you praying.
I'm a disabled vet.
All right.
You're hurting me.
Hey, check on the victim side, man. She's motionless on the ground.
Ma'am.
Oh, Lord. What the?
Ma'am.
Inside the apartment, officers discovered Gail's fiancée, Bridget Knighton. It was clear that she had sustained at least 2 gunshot wounds. Her injuries were severe, but Bridget was breathing. A handgun was visible on the floor nearby.
Ma'am.
Guard 316, let me get rescue unit 3, please. She's bleeding out.
Ma'am, where's the weapon?
As officers rendered aid, the scene was also secured. From a bedroom emerged Gail's 16-year-old daughter. She had been awoken by the gunshots, choosing to stay in place until police made their way through the apartment.
Who's inside the house?
My daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
Rescue's rolling?
Gio,
Yeah.
do me a favor, put her in the car.
Yeah.
Put her in the car.
Ma'am.
Did she not see him?
Okay, what happened?
I don't know about him shooting her because I was asleep, but they've been arguing all night, like since like 8 o'clock.
They both. Your dad and your mom live here.
That's his girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
Because I forgot
Okay.
to say his
So your dad and your girlfriend. His girlfriend lives here.
She stays here.
She stays here. She'll live here. So this is you and your dad's place.
Yes.
She came over here.
Well, she's been
over here. So they were arguing since 8 o'clock, and you were asleep or you were awake when hearing when you started hearing them argue.
When they was arguing, they've been arguing.
They've been arguing all day.
Yeah.
Were you awake when the shots went off?
No, I was asleep.
How did you?
I woke up
From the shots, and you came out and saw what?
I didn't come out.
You stayed in your room. Okay. Anything else happen? Did your dad come to your room at all?
Oh yeah, he told me like call the police. He shot her. He was sorry that, but
Okay.
Hey, can you loosen up this left hand?
You gonna have to sit like that.
I'm just saying, can you loosen up the left hand?
Oh, you don't have to wait.
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait. We got lady bleeding out. Yeah. Watch your feet.
It became clear within minutes at the scene that there was a history between the victim and shooter. Many responding officers did not appear surprised to have been called back to the address, nor were they shocked that a serious shooting was the culmination of the events that preceded.
Yeah, when I saw Mom Premiere, I was like, oh, I've been here before. I already knew who this is.
I think there's a history here. Domestic violence.
Yeah, Baya said she responded here before on a 34 Delta.
Did we respond here today?
I don't know. This is my first time here.
I responded here.
You responded here before?
Yeah, I arrested him, but...
You arrested him?
Yeah.
What I got so far, per his daughter, they've been arguing since this morning.
No,
Oh, you was there?
No. I've been here before.
Oh, you've been here before?
Yeah.
It's a big guy, right?
Yeah, big, heavy set guy.
He's been around before. He has multiple cases against him.
Multiple.
Despite the speed of the police response to the Douglas Point apartments, the handling of the incident which followed did not run smoothly.
Yeah.
Indeed, at least one of the missteps taken at the scene, which must have seemed irrelevant at the time, would later make a substantial impact on the direction of the case. Inside the apartment, police worked to piece together the...
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the case. You over here saying yeah. I'm like,
because I'm ready to like.
No, I'm thinking. I'm like, am I missing a clue or something? Because we do these so much, so sometimes we can pick up on like, oh, they should.
I may later. But I'm just like, yeah. I'm just taking it in, trying to process everything. Sometimes I'm trying to make sure I understand everything. You know me.
Yeah.
On the direction of the case. Inside the apartment, police worked to piece together the basic information they required.
Okay.
The name of the victim, her age, address, next of kin. Officers sought the victim's purse to locate her identification. Then, concerns for Bridget's welfare increased as responders complained openly over the delay of paramedics making their way to the scene.
Go find her purse. Yeah. I'm trying to see. Her purse, I think, is probably right here.
Right here.
It's right here. Where's rescue?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out.
She's breathing.
They should be here in like 3 minutes now, I guess. Are they...
2 to 3 minutes out.
2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, they're taking long.
This is ridiculous.
When Miami-Dade rescue finally arrived, Bridget was transported out of the complex and airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital. In the chaos of her treatment at the scene and the process of safely removing her from the apartment, the integrity of the crime scene was arguably, unavoidably compromised. Shell casings that had been visible on the floor upon the arrival of the first responders had clearly been moved. Recreating what had occurred inside that living room would prove far more difficult than any of these responders would have predicted.
Because me personally, say for instance, I know like when you in the moment, maybe you're not thinking about it, but also it is your job because this is a crime scene. Like someone could have already been like trying to take pictures while they waited. I was also wondering
about, they just
what y'all just walking around dragging
just go ahead and
feet.
say, hey, there's bullets, there's shell casing right at the entrance of the door. Go ahead, get
ahead and get photos before things start moving and things start being disturbed. Also, I was wondering why I kept saying I was saying it for a reason because I thought I was about to say something, but I was just wondering like even though she is breathing right now, I was just wondering were they like trying to render some type of aid, like as far as like putting pressure or something on wounds to kind of help slow up the bleeding, especially since you know that they are taking a long time and they're going to be 2 to 3 extra minutes on top of the length of time that they've already taken. So I'm just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know where the casings are at now. Fuck. She pushed it over.
We got one here.
Yeah, there's one.
They
But
can't over here, so they trying to.
The gun fell.
But that part ain't good. That's on the.
Yeah, there's so far 3, but the other one, the rescue, she pushed it. We don't know where it went.
Oh wait, no, that's a casing right here.
Yeah,
right here.
But right there.
Okay, see all 3 in front of you?
Oh, this right here.
So she was shot 3 times.
That's
The other one was an exit, right?
Yeah, that's the one that came out. She hit the ground.
The crime scene investigator entered the apartment at just after 6 a.m. to document the evidence. On the dining room floor, a black Glock 22 .40 caliber remained where the officers had found it. 5 .40 caliber spent casings were located in the living room. Further projectiles and a copper jacket were also discovered on the floor. Gale Blunt was also processed. He was photographed, examined for injuries, his hands tested for GSR. Miraculously, Bridget Knighton survived her injuries. She had sustained a gunshot wound to each of her lower legs, one to the abdomen and one to her back. After 2 full months in the hospital and 11 surgeries, she was left with chronic health problems and only able to walk with the help of a cane. Bridget told investigators that Gale had violated the restraining order against him 3 times that day by coming to the apartment and refusing to leave.
They just confused the fuck out of me, bro.
So who apartment is it? Cause
his daughter there.
Cause the daughter's there, but she said that it's her and her dad's apartment. You don't stay there. I mean, you don't live there, but you stay over. Or is it her?
Or it's that they have an apartment together, but he has a restraining order, so he can't stay at the apartment. But the daughter, she allowed the.
I don't know. We'll get more info. That did confuse me a little bit. Yeah, I hope as well.
This ain't a long one, so.
Oh, okay.
You probably ain't gonna find that info. That right there is confusing.
Or against him 3 times that day by coming to the apartment and refusing to leave. Then, as the two argued, she recounted how he left to retrieve a gun from his car. When he returned, he fired at her in anger 8 times as she sat on the sofa. When Gail first pulled out the gun and fired, she said he stated clearly to her, "Look what you made me do." Gail was charged with first-degree attempted murder and was held in custody awaiting trial. His court dates were delayed by a second.
That's exactly what it is, because you literally left out the home to go retrieve your weapon, to come back, and then so you had, when you left out the home, you left out with intent to go get this weapon and come back. So please don't say, "Oh, we just gave him assault with it." No, that's first-degree attempt.
Yeah.
Case. This one alleging assault, stemming from an argument that he had with Bridget 2 months prior to the shooting. It would be nearly 4 years before both of these cases reached their final stages.
What?
Gail agreed to plead guilty to the attempted murder charge. There was little doubt that he was the shooter. In exchange, he accepted a sentence of 20 years. Bridget, however, did not support the deal. For years, she and Gail had a tumultuous relationship. They did not share any children, but had mostly cohabitated. According to Bridget, it was an abusive relationship, and she had been trapped. She blamed law enforcement and the courts for the numerous times that she sought help escaping her situation and had been failed by authorities.
Those restraining orders are just a piece of paper. They don't stop a bullet.
When the time came to speak to the court at the plea hearing, she spent 20 minutes voicing her displeasure with the agreement and told the judge that Gail consistently ignored stay-away orders and had threatened her for 4 years. She spoke at length about their relationship and the incidents of violence and control. Bridget insisted that a sentence of 20 years was not justice. She believed that her ex-fiancé should serve a minimum of 25 years.
He used his body to prevent me from fleeing or answering the door to the police, threatening to blow my brains out if I even uttered a sound. He also slammed me on a full table of food and dishes in a Pembroke Pines Denny. I repeatedly tried to escape him, but he always found me often boasting about it. I was embarrassed, isolated, and without hope. If I must endure this pain for the rest of my life because I dare survive his attempt to kill me, then he should not be spared a similar fate. I have a problem with 20 years.
Gail Blunt had been arrested at least 7 times in South Florida on charges of kidnapping, aggravated battery, aggravated stalking, and domestic battery. Most of these charges had been dropped. After hearing the long history and upsetting details that Bridget shared.
Who dropped him, though? State or the victim? Because if it's the victim, you got to stand 10 toes. I had this conversation personally. In a case like this, you got to stand 10 toes. Typically, in a situation like that, the state ain't the one who dropped him.
Had been dropped. After hearing the long history and upsetting details that Bridget shared, Judge Ellen Sue Venzer made a shocking decision. She rejected the plea deal.
I was not aware when I accepted the guilty plea that this was the background. I would have to agree that that would be an appropriate sentence, and I don't.
Gail Blunt, having already pleaded guilty for 20 years, was not willing to plead out for 25 or more. He would stand trial for the attempted murder charge and face a sentence of up to life in prison. The trial began only days later.
She saw somebody that is suffering, and she said, enough. I'm going to be suffering for the rest of my life. And I just feel like he should as well.
When the trial commenced, Bridget took the stand and told the jury the same version of events that she had detailed to Judge Benzer, that Gail had shot her after she called police and threatened to break up with him.
When he pulls out the firearm from his sweatpants, what does he do then? Does he make a statement to you?
Yes.
And what is that statement?
What you want me to do?
It was look what you made me do. And what did he do next?
He started firing at me.
Did he fire one time after that statement, or did he fire multiple times?
No.
Did he fire one shot and then make another statement, or was it he made one statement and continued pulling the trigger? What did he do precisely?
Every time he pulled the trigger, he said something.
Gail Blunt offered his own version of the events of May 21st, 2021. He told the jury that he fired at his ex-fiancée in an act of self-defense. He claimed not to have sought out his weapon in anger, but rather, as the two argued, he believed that Bridget was reaching for her own handgun.
Well, she do have a order of protection against you. You violated the order of protection by even being in the home. So yeah, because she had used the weapon on you, yes, 100%, because you was there when you weren't supposed to be there. So is it self-defense? No, because you weren't supposed to be there in the first place.
Exactly. And did you already have your gun on you, or did you leave out and go get it and come back?
You left and retrieved it. That's premeditation.
Right?
If that's the truth, that's premeditation, right?
Yeah.
So why are we up here talking about self-defense? None of that is self-defense.
She often kept it in her handbag. In Gail's account, he pushed her to the sofa. Then, while seated, Bridget made a statement indicating she intended to hurt him, then reached for her purse, which sat directly next to her.
When I pushed her to the couch, she said, "Oh, I got something for your ass." And on the couch was her purse. And
it doesn't matter. I need to know for a fact there was a active, 100% active restraining order. Even if she told you to come over there, you cannot go. You violate the restraining order. She called the police. Yeah. That she did everything to show that that was not self-defense. Even if she told you, "I got something for your ass," and bust your ass, you violated. She went through all the proper channels. You are over at her dwelling, even if it's y'all share, but y'all have a restraining order. You cannot be there.
She reached for a purse. I believe she was reaching for her firearm.
Gail testified that he did not shoot to kill. He was a veteran, trained in combat. If he had intended to kill her, he would have.
But why you shoot 8 times?
I took my gun out of the small of my back, and I shot my gun. I was aiming at her lower extremities. I was just trying to stop a threat. I was just trying to incapacitate her, but not kill her.
Prosecutors hammered Gail about the alleged threat he claimed to have faced.
Telling this jury, you were in fear of your life and you wanted to incapacitate her, correct?
Yes, correct.
One shot at that distance, given your being such a good shot, would have incapacitated her, wouldn't it?
It could have.
In particular, they referenced what they called the magic purse, which allegedly held a handgun, pointing to crime scene photos of the apartment that showed no such bag was on the sofa or anywhere within reach of where Bridget had been sitting and subsequently shot.
The magic purse is next to her at that point, yes?
There was a purse there.
The purse turned out to be the key piece of evidence in the case against Blunt. After the prosecution's claim that it did not exist, the defense blew up a still photo taken from body camera footage of the first responding officers who entered the apartment. The purse was clearly visible on the end of the sofa, just as Gail had claimed. Only later, it seems, had officers removed it while searching for Bridget's ID and placed it elsewhere in the living room.
Was it a gun?
In an unusual move, the state prosecution felt compelled to apologize directly to the jury for the error. It was the type of mistake from which they were unlikely to recover.
To do something now that
I wonder who went through the purse to find the ID, and if so, can you recall if you seen a handgun in there?
It doesn't, on that part, it doesn't even matter, though. Because the crime scene, technically, you didn't lock the crime scene down.
Oh, okay.
Because the daughter, she had...
Yeah.
A lot of stuff could have...
Type of mistake from which they were unlikely to recover.
I'm going to do something now that I've never done in my 42 years as an attorney. And it is, and especially to the jury, to apologize to you, to counsel, to the defendant, and to the court for misrepresenting a fact.
The truth is that the defendant shot her in cold blood and left her to die on the living room floor. Mr. Blunt sat on that stand and he told you what happened. The good, the bad, and unfortunately the ugly. Ms. Jimenez came up here and badgered him on the stand when he told you the truth with his life on the line. What's that? The purse with her firearm, period.
When the jury returned, it was clear that the prosecution's misstep over the magic purse had ruined the credibility of their argument. There were two versions of events presented, Bridget's and Gail's. The jurors believed Gail Blunt. This was despite the prosecution accurately demonstrating that there was no handgun located in Bridget's purse, nor did she have access to any other firearm in the apartment when she was shot.
Also, we could have looked and see if she had any firearms registered in her name.
That's crazy.
But also, let's be honest. A lot of people that do jury duty, I've studied this. A lot of people that do jury duty ain't the brightest ones in a bunch. That's why they constantly have to keep asking the judge. You know? And I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying it's a lot of them that don't comprehend, don't understand. That's fucked up, ain't it?
Regardless, jurors clearly believed Gail's assertion that he thought her gun was in the handbag and that she intended to use it.
The defendant is not guilty.
Oh, thank you.
Verdict count 2, shooting a thorny deadly missile. With the jury find as follows as to the information charging Gail Blunt. The defendant is not guilty. So Savio, Michael Lanley, 4 person.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank you for your time and consideration.
This man got away with attempted murder after constantly showing that he has a history of abusing a woman that is backed up by documents with the restraining order that he violated by even being in the presence. So even if she was reaching to get it, that stand your ground shit in Florida is a bullshit. And honestly, Florida's slow anyway, bro. Florida's one of the dumbest states, for real.
Is handed. I also wish to advise you of some very...
We're concerned initially that the jury may not believe him because he was a man and a large man at that. But at the end of the day, justice was served. The jury heard the truth and they sided with the truth. And because of that now, Mr. Blunt is a free man, rightfully so.
My body's changed forever. Forever. This is when women can't come forward.
That's
You
why a
feel
lot
like
of
the
them don't.
system don't have your back. It's awful. I can't believe this happened. How did it happen? In my heart, I know he's gonna come back and try to finish what he started. That's my fear. He deserved more time. Why would you take a plea if you're not guilty?
After the verdict, Gail was not, in fact, a free man. He was handcuffed and returned to Miami-Dade's Turner Guilford Night Correctional Facility. He still faced a misdemeanor battery charge for the incident with Bridget prior to the shooting, which took place at a Denny's on Pines Boulevard in Broward County. Even though after years in custody, he was likely to receive a sentence of time served, he nonetheless fought the charge. His defense team argued that, once again, Bridget Knighton was both the instigator and aggressor of the altercation. They presented an almost 9-minute video recorded by Gale on his cell phone of his ex-fiancée berating him at the restaurant while he sat in a booth alongside mutual friends. It had been Valentine's Day. The full video has not been made public, though reports state that prior to Gale rising from the table and grabbing Bridget by the shoulders, she first pushed him. Gale then pushed back forcefully, sending her into a table. Local news reported that although Bridget was not injured by the incident, she insisted on pressing charges. After his acquittal for attempted murder, it was her last remaining chance to receive justice. But that would not be the case. 2 months after the first shocking verdict, Gale Blunt was once again found not guilty of the charges against him. He was released from county jail.
I can't even say I'm shocked. That's not an innocent man. He's going to do it again.
She should be ashamed of herself because there are real women of domestic violence, and she is not it. I'll discuss everything further with my attorneys present. Thank you.
Speaking with local news media in the days following his release, the Navy veteran shed tears of relief that he had been offered another chance at life outside of prison after coming so close to spending decades behind bars.
Could have been an innocent man doing time for no reason. And I mean, they painted me to be a monster. 3 weeks ago, I was thinking about, I'll take a trade in prison, and hopefully when I get out, I could do that job. And I don't have to think like that anymore.
You regret any of that?
Absolutely. I am. My heart goes out to her because I know she's going to be dealing with injuries for the rest of her life because of how the situation turned out. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, but at the same time, I was afraid that she was going to reach into her purse and shoot me.
Gale stated his intention to move from the area and place this period of his life behind him.
I'm sad, that the system failed me. It's so many people that love me and support me, and the system failed me. I've already said a restraining order is just a piece of paper. And if he's dumb enough to come after me, then it really will be self-defense and not just something I made up to save my life. I'm gonna be relentless in my pursuit of justice. Again, it's not over. It's not over.
It is unclear what further steps Bridget intends to take in her pursuit of justice. She says she still fears for her life, so she plans to take out a restraining order. And that was the tragic case of Gale Blunt and Bridget Knighton.
I ain't see it. I saw it happening, but then again, I didn't see it happening. But nowadays, bro, you just don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You really don't, bro. You just got to take it with a grain of salt and keep it pushing, bro.
Indeed.
It's not self-defense. There's an active restraining order, and
I could have just left the door right there. It wasn't that big of the door is right there. Just go. And y'all been arguing all morning, the daughter said?
All day.
Yeah, all morning, whatever. Okay, anyway. But yeah.
Hey, y'all spam us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comments down below for us. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Get my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my